A defective drone in Iraq may have helped in keeping a wider conflict from escalating in the Middle East involving the United States. The one we are referring to is the drone which was launched at the Erbil air base by an Iranian-backed militia on the 26th of October. In brief, an explosives-filled drone hit the roof of a building housing US troops on a base in Erbil. The drone did not explode. If it had, dozens of troops inside could have been injured or even killed, and this could have led to a bigger response from the US side. The incident was among at least 40 separate drone and rocket attacks that have been launched at US forces by Iranian-backed militias in Iraq and Syria over the past 3 weeks. A total of 3,400 American troops are based in that region, and the attacks were in response to American support for Israel in the Gaza war. The bombardment has only caused a few dozen minor injuries so far. Many of the rockets and one-way attack drones were intercepted by US air defenses. Meanwhile, Biden has so far sought to limit the US role in the conflict, mostly to ensure military aid to Israel, while neither Iran and its allied groups nor the US appeared to want a direct confrontation. The risks, though, are growing. Remember, last month, the US military conducted strikes on 2 targets in eastern Syria to retaliate for the recent spate of attacks on US bases. It hit an ammunition storage facility and a weapon storage facility that the US said had direct ties to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and its proxy groups. While they have not said Iran is directing the attacks, US has often said that Iran is responsible for funding, arming, equipping and training the groups. Now, viewers, this week, US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken flew to Iraq to push Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammad Shia al-Sudani to crack down on the militias operating there and avert any escalation in the matter. After which, the Prime Minister of Iraq met with the commanders of about a dozen militia groups in Baghdad to press the groups to halt their attacks on US forces. Among attacks outside Iraq and Syria, Iranian-aligned Houthi fighters unleashed 15 drones and 4 cruise missiles off the coast of Yemen that were shot down by US Navy destroyer. The response by Biden was cautious so far, with an urge against escalation. US hopes a military show of force will prevent any serious attack and has deployed 2 aircraft carrier strike groups. It also announced that an Ohio-class submarine had moved to the region as well. Recently, at a hearing with Austin on October 31st, on being asked if the deaths of US service members would trigger direct response against Iran, Austin demurred, only saying that Iran should be held accountable.
There is never any justification for terrorism.